What's up guys, Brian here. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to reduce fractions. This is probably my favorite way of doing it, and it's going to make your life a lot easier when you're trying to reduce fractions, especially if you're new to this. So let's go ahead and get into how to do that. So the way that we're going to do that is by using a method called prime factorization. Prime factorization is just a scary word for saying, hey, take a number and break it up into a string of prime numbers. What's a prime number? Well, I'm glad you asked. Basically, a prime number is when you have a number and it has only two factors, 1 and itself. If you take those number 1 times 2, for example, there's no other combination of numbers that multiply together are going to give you 2 other than 1 and 2. So we're going to use these key concepts to basically just reduce fractions. So I'll give you some examples real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and use prime factorization on the number 48. So we have 48, and we're going to use something called a factor tree. This is my favorite way to do it. I'm very visual, so this helps me out. So all we're going to do, and in any way you want to, it's up to you. This isn't the only way to break this down. So first one that comes to mind for me is going to be 4 times 12. 4 times 12 is going to give me 48. So you do 4 and 12. These aren't prime numbers yet. I can break this down further. So I can break this down to 2 times 2. These two are prime numbers, so we're done on this branch. Now let's break this one down. This is going to be 12. I can do 2 and 6. And I can do this one down to 2 and 3. These are all prime numbers. All the numbers at the end of these branches. So we have 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. So if you write the prime factorization of 48, it could be written as the multiple of 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 3. So if we did 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, you get 48. That's how we do that for just a number. So now let's apply it to a fraction. Let's go ahead and do 48, since we already prime factored that, by 64. So we already know what the prime factorization of 48 is. That's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, right? So we just need to find the prime factorization of 64 real quick. So prime factorization 64. So let's do, I know that 8 times 8 is 64, so we'll start with that. So 8 times 8, we know that this can be broken down to 2 times 4. 4 can be broken down to 2 times 2. And same thing for this, it's a ditto here, 2 times 2. So we know that the prime factorization of 64 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So we can write that up here as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Let me make sure I got all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. So now we can reduce the fraction without having to worry about breaking this down in our head or anything like that. We can just look at this and it's just a cross out. 1 of the 2's cross out, 2 of the 2's cross out, 3, 4. What we're left with is 3 over 2 times 2. That's equal to 3 over 4. So this fraction, by using prime factorization, breaks down to 3 times 4. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it's really confusing and it's really annoying, and it will get easier, I promise. I really struggled with it when I was learning this too. As you get better at this, it's going to go a lot faster, and you'll even start being able to do it in your head, and you might not even need to use prime factorization anymore. But if you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, comment below, and if you really want to, you can subscribe. Thanks guys, see you next time.